What up, what up, what up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope your day is going beautiful, blessed, and prosperous. I just want to share something with you guys from the heart that I have been taking action on and just been continue to put this out there and just do it and take action towards it because it's one of the things I said I promised myself I was going to work on this year and really heavily. One thing is really serving because I want to be able to give to people. I've always been a person that likes to give from the heart and being able to share with other people to make them smile, laugh, whatever it is. I can make a joke, whatever it is that makes someone smile. It just comes from a place from my heart, just to be able to give in that way abundantly. So I heard something this morning while listening to my personal development, and I was listening to The Secret and the Law of Attraction and really combining those things with God and how can those things really connect with God. And one thing they shared was service, which is one thing I'm really working on. So it's crazy when you ask for something and you seek it and then you learn more things about it to be able to develop and become better at it. So that's the beautiful thing about it. So one thing that they share and it really hit me hard was God serves us unconditionally. And we just have to learn to serve in that same unconditional feeling from that same place. Because here's the thing, and this is where we have to realize that God honestly serves us unconditionally because he gives us things. And sometimes I feel wow, you ever feel wow, do I even deserve this, God? Maybe this is too much for me. You are deserving of it and don't ever feel like you're not. But when you think about from that space, God gave it to you anyway because he loved you unconditionally, loved to believe that you were worth having that. And it could be anything as little as your job, your car, your family, your food that you eat. If you're eating every single day, God has given that to you abundantly, and he's given to you naturally without you realizing it. And that's where the gift of gratitude comes in, because we have to be grateful for these things, because if God is not giving it to us, then how are we even surviving right now? How are we surviving without food? How are we surviving without shelter? So it's really thinking about and looking around your surroundings and realizing wow, God, thank you for blessing me for where I am today, because I'm not who I was last year. And just being in that state of gratitude no matter what and just staying focused in that. My heart is always to give out abundantly, as I mentioned. And really, we want to look from a place of service to others. So you got to think about, how can I be of service to someone? And then one thing that my personal development shifted for me this morning was, even if you feel like you don't have it, you still try to, you give what you have. There's always something that we have, and you always can share from that space. And when you think about a child, and I'm pretty sure people have heard these stories before, where a child is in daycare or school, whatever it is, and we probably done it when we were kids too, where, if a kid didn't have a snack or food or whatever it is, they gave it to the other child, because they realized that child was lacking something that they had. So it can be the smallest things like that. It doesn't have to be money. I used to always think God, I got to have the money to do this. I got to have the money to do that. I got to have the money to do that. But I've learned to share what I know and what I'm great at. And the beautiful thing is, when you're continuously getting better every single day, no matter what, God is going to gift you with so many things, but he's not going to gift you with them to keep to yourself, because that's the selfish conscience I had before. Is I got to keep this to myself until I know everything and then let it out there. And it's there's never a perfect timing. As soon as God gives it to you, it's going to be that day that he's probably going to want you to share it with somebody. And once I got myself in that mindset, I was all right, well, whatever I learned today, I pray that I'm able to share it with somebody else to help them out through whatever they're going through right now. It's crazy the things that he shows me, but you also got to be paying attention to what he's showing you. So, also with service, he's going to show you ways to serve, but you have to be willing to do that, and be careful with where you decide to serve too. And also what you get to serve with. So just be in a place where you give abundantly no matter what, because if you cannot, if we're trying to imagine oh my God, I would have done this for my kids, and I would have been able to do this for my parents, or I would have been able to do this for my family, but you're in a space where I can't do it yet because blah, 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 blah. Well, you can give whatever you can at that moment. There are things that you are gifted and equipped with that God has given you that you can be able to give to other people. And you just have to be open to see that and realize that you are special, you are beautiful, and you're just perfect the way God has made you. And there's no one that can take these things away from you, because he's already given it to you. It's in you. It's stuck. It's there. But the thing is, we have and I say we because I was in that place before, we have this selfish mindset of, oh, I don't know everything yet, so I'm not going to give it out. Or, I don't have everything yet, so I can't give it out. But it's like, when is the right time? When is the perfect time to do it? We all have to be of service to each other. So you just got to figure out, where can I be of service to someone? And me, it's the little things. It's cleaning up around the house, like, little things like that, like clean up around the house. If someone opening a door for someone, or just, being of assistance. If you see somebody carrying loads of stuff, hey, do you need help? Do you need assistance? Going over there and helping them. It can be the littlest things. But you know what the craziest thing is? Sometimes we walk right past those things and we don't even realize it. So the other thing is, you want to be very aware of your surroundings and what's going on, because God sends you to certain places on purpose. I highly and truly believe that, because I have been in instances where, and then I've gotten into conversations with people, and I'm like, wow, God, you sent me here. So I'm going to do a service to you and give to you, be able to give to this person. And I think that's the most beautiful thing that can happen, because nothing feels good when you give up service from the heart. When you give up service to the heart. And I think another thing is, I was reading this book about a month ago, and it shifted my perspective on tithing. And I was like, wow. Because I used to always question tithing, whether I was going to do it or not. And I'm very consistent. I tithe every single week. Of course, I give to the church, just because for me, and this is just my perspective, but being able to give your money to a church or a community or a charity just shows, God, I trust you with my money. And may you bless whatever mission they're trying to go into, whatever they're doing. I pray that my money blesses them with something they can do to contribute towards the world. So I thought about, from that perspective, is also trusting God with my money. And that's the thing. I think we're scared to give it away because we're afraid that it won't come back. But unless you give, it's not going to come back to you. When you have a selfish heart, everything is going to stay here. And God's going to be like, oh, you're selfish, so everything can just stay to you. I'm just going to let you stay with what you got, since you want to be so selfish. And I started to think like that. And I said, you know what? And I know I talked about this in the last in a video before about selfishness. There are places there where you should be selfish, and that's taking care of yourself. Spiritually, mentally, physically, all those things matter. So in those places, you want to be selfish. But when it comes to giving, someone asks you like, well, how did you do it? This is how I did it. You can do it if you want to too. Try it with me. Let's do it together. We get to all support and love one another and be here for each other. And we get to love unconditionally, because God loves us unconditionally too. Not only he serves us unconditionally, but he loves us enough unconditionally to be able to give us those things that we need. So I just continue to have a heart full of gratitude no matter what. I swear, I probably say thank you all day long, just because I know I have to fuel my heart with a bunch of gratitude just for what God has given me, because I've seen it being taken away from me. I've seen it being like pushed away from me. I've seen all these things. And now I know, if I'm not grateful for where I am today, how am I going to be able to grow and be able to develop more? Like, there's no way God is going to bless you more if you're not grateful for what you have now. So I hope this shifts a perspective for someone, and it just helps them just realize it and just go out there and be of service to someone. Go out there and give to someone. Go out there and be abundant for the world. Because God is so abundant for us, why not be abundant for each other? And maybe you want to just ask God, how can I be of service to you today? Who can I be of service to today? That's a question I ask every single day when I wake up. I'm like, who do you want me to serve today? And I'm never in a selfish mindset. Like I used to always, I'm going to write them back later, or I'm going to text them later, or, all those things, because it's like you feel like it's going to take a lot. But that's when the selfish mindset comes from. People wonder why they can't grow and get out of the situation they are now, because they're not in a place of giving. And that's what we're here for, y'all. We're here to serve each other and love each other and support each other. So I pray that this message just goes into your heart and you receive it. And also in Jesus' name, like just receive this message and just go out there and just give to someone, even if it's just your kid today. And listen, it's another part of tithing is listening. Maybe you need to listen to someone when they need to talk. That's another part of tithing that I really had to work towards. I was good at, but I had to get back to doing again. So really listen to somebody, what they're going through, and understanding them from their perspective helps them feel better. That takes you out of your selfish shell, because now you're not looking at it from your perspective, but from their perspective. All right. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. Let's get it.